Is our time started yet?
I ride my bike, I roller skate, don't drive no car.
Coming to you live from Bloomington, located in the rolling hills of southern Indiana, with a population of over 80,000. We are a diverse and energetic college town with abundant resources, parks, trails, playgrounds, bike boulevards, and community events such as farmers markets, community gardens, and open streets. Thank you for coming today for our presentation of Playful City Pyramid. Let's get started with our game. First question for you contestants. Are you ready? Can you name major challenges that Bloomington faces? Paula!
Major challenges is we have a great diverse community with all kinds of resources in place for non-transportation and for kids to walk and play, like trails, bike boulevards, playgrounds, and parks, but people don't know about them. They're not out using them, and sometimes they're within 2 miles of their houses, and then they think it's not safe to be out and being active. And sometimes our bikers and our walkers and people in cars just don't get along.
What a great answer. You are on the board, Paula. Next question. Can you propose a bold goal to address challenges? Anna.
What if by 2020, 80% of our residents, including children, could access play areas within 20 miles of their home using active transportation?
Excellent. What a great idea. We've got 2 contestants on the board. Let's go to our next question. What big idea do you have to meet your bold goal? Carol.
Great, thank you. Our big idea is in the next 5 to 10 years be able to have the awareness for kids and families that they can access those places within 2 miles of their home, but they can do that by playing on the way.
Excellent. You are on the board too, and it looks like that's all the time we have for today, but we've got a tie. You're all winners. And we have created something so exciting. Our playability team is made up of the right combination of people representing key areas of our community with the common goal of moving toward a healthier, more active Bloomington. And with that, we've got one question left. That's for our experts. Where do we start with our big idea? Is it community outreach? Is it a pilot project? What is the next step to funnel this enthusiasm, this excitement into action?
So with that, let's give a big hand for Team Bloomington. And I'm going to ask the team to stay here up on stage, and I'm going to actually use this time to let everyone else here know who the experts actually are. So the experts are sitting up here in the front. I'm going to start over closest to me on the left, and this is Stockton Williams, who runs the DC office of HR&A Advisors, which advises cities across the U.S. on public-private development projects. To his left is Dr. Karen Lee, who's a public health physician who consults cities and state governments and other organizations in the U.S. and globally on improving health. And to her left, I don't have a bio, so I'm going to skip, is Ben, who was on our playability panel. And then on Ben's left is Dr. Pruitt, who is Director of Chronic Care Strategies for Humana and leads a team of clinicians in developing transformative population health management systems, that's a mouthful, for members with chronic conditions. So if you can, do all the experts remember the question? Great, and it's up here. So I'm going to pass it over if someone has a first idea for the group.
I'll start. So Todd Pruitt, love college towns. Not yours is my favorite. Lexington, Kentucky is where I came from. But love, hey, don't be a hater. I'm sorry, UK number 1. It's basketball season. I'm ready. What can we say? So there's lots of fun stuff in college towns and all. But it sounds like you want to push this down. So the local residents, the college kids come and they go. So Louisville's in Kentucky. We're famous for bourbon. We have this thing called the Bourbon Trail. So thinking, it basically, you can get it on your phone app, but basically you get a little passport, punch every time you visit a park. So trying to get kids, communities involved and, create your own park trail here. And I don't know what the rewards could be, but, something, if you got the schools involved, things along this line. The other thing, think about your medical community. I'm the director of chronic care strategies. I like to think about chronic health. So how do you pull in your physician communities? With the kids, obesity being such an issue, and I know a lot of folks are worried about that, getting the kids outside. How do you get the physicians to refer folks to parks? Have play be a part of the prescription pad instead of just regular old exercise. So think through that a little bit, but great ideas.
I'll key off of that a little bit. I'm Fan Tate. I'm from the American Academy of Pediatrics, and it's a privilege to be here. And I would add to what you said, I think what you have to do, which you're doing obviously, is think about where the kids are. So, and different partners. So when you're looking at pediatricians, they're seeing the kids, as you know. So they're there, they're seeing the kids, but also child care and Head Start. I would just throw in those two areas. You're probably already doing that. But whether you look at partnerships or you look at pilots, there are three areas that I think could be really helpful.
One of the barriers that was mentioned was safety, or perceptions of safety. So I think it'd be interesting to hear a little bit more as you refine your pitch about whether that relates to the physical condition of the public play areas or potential play areas, whether it relates to neighborhood conditions, and how you all will address safety if that is in fact a barrier.
Your question was, do you do community outreach versus pilots? And, I think in the spirit of the I would say right? In fact, I think you can use community outreach to help you design your pilots, right? So that's an idea.
Great. Okay. And thank you so much, Team Bloomington. And